Hello guys, welcome to my channel A Anant. Guys, actually I was not able to upload any videos from 7 to 8 months because actually the camera of my mobile was not working well, but now it's working. So let's start our video. So guys, today will be see the explanation of chapter 3 class 6 NCERT science. So guys, the chapter name is separation of substances. We will learn everything paragraph wise and understand. So our first paragraph is, in our daily life there are many instances when we notice a substance being separated from a mixture of material. This means that in our daily life there are so many times that we separate a mixture of material. For example, many of you separate curd from milk and etc. things. So the next paragraph is, perhaps you might have eaten salted dalia or poha. If you found that it had chilies in it, you may have carefully taken them out before eating. Guys, this paragraph means that if you have eaten a salted dalia and poha, it is very healthy for our health. If you found that some people who don't like the chilies in that, they removed carefully that and then eat before eating. Okay guys, this paragraph wants to say this only. The next paragraph is that, suppose you are given a basket containing mangoes and guavas and asked to separate them. What would you do? Pick one kind of and place them in a separate container, right? Seems easy, but what if the minerals we want to separate are much smaller than mango and guava? Imagine you are given a glass of sand and salt mixed in it. Impossible even to think of separating salt from this mixture by picking out grains of sand by hand. So guys, this paragraph means that you are given a bucket which contains many mangoes and guavas and you are asked to separate them. So guys, how will you do it? You will put firstly you will put two separate buckets and by your help of your hands you will put mango in one bucket and the guavas in one bucket, right? So this paragraph wants to says this only. Next is, seems easy, but what if the materials we want to separate are much smaller than mango or guava? This means that seems easy, but what if the materials you want to separate are much smaller? Means they are so much smaller than mango and guava. Then imagine how will you separate them? It is even impossible to think about it. So in this chapter we will learn about this only, that how we will separate so many mixtures and substances. So guys, firstly, activity 1. In column 1 of table 3.1 are given few processes of separation. The purpose of separation and the way separated components are used is mentioned in column 2 and column 3 respectively. However, the information given in column 2 and column 3 is jumbled up. Can you match each? So guys, this says that there is a column 1 in table 3.1. I can show you guys this blue table, and it is said that there are few processes of separation, and the processes are where separated are used mentioned in column 2 and column 3 respectively. But guys, the information is jumbled up. So guys, it is asked to match each. First is, separate stones from rice. the purpose for which are given: to separate two different but useful components, to remove non-useful components, to remove impurities or harmful components. So guys, the answer of question number 1 is C part, to remove impurities or harmful components. But what do we do with the separated components? We throw away the solid component, we throw away the impurities, we use both the components. So the answer is I, we throw away the solid component. Second is churning milk to obtain butter. So guys, in this, to separate the options are to separate two different but useful components, and to remove impurities and harmful, and to remove non-useful components. So guys, the answer will be A, to remove two different but useful components. Guys, so the answer, and the next is in the next part, what do we do with the separated components? Their options are: we throw away the impurities, or we use both the components. Guys, the answer is third, we use both the components, because by the help of churning milk we obtain butter also, and the milk remain is called as butter, and we can use it as butter. Next is separate tea leaves. Guys, the options are clear, that to remove non-useful components. This the B part will be the answer of this. And the next part, what do we do with the separated components? Guys, we will throw away the impurities, because tea leaves not play any role in the tea process. Okay, now guys, the next paragraph is that we see that before we use a substance, we need to separate harmful or non-useful substances that may be mixed with it. Sometimes we separate even useful components if we need to use them separately. Guys, this paragraph says that before we use a substance, we need to separate harmful or non-useful substances. For example, the example is given in this table only, that separate tea leaves. But when you make tea, then what do you do with the tea leaves? Obviously, throw away them. Guys, the thrown tea leaves are an example of impurities or harmful or non-useful substances that may mixed with them. Next is, sometimes we separate even useful components if we need to use them separately. Guys, this means that we separate even useful components if we need to use them separately. The example of this is in the table 3.1 only, churning milk to obtain butter. Guys, in this, the churning milk is used as curd, and the butter left is used to put in rotis and make bread and anything. So guys, the next is, the substances to be separated may be particles of different sizes or materials. So the substances separated can be of any particles. They can be very big also, they can be small also, and they can be very tiny, which cannot seen from naked eyes also. So guys, let us start a new paragraph, methods of separation. We will discuss some simple methods of separating substances that are mixed together. You may come across some of these methods being used in day-to-day activities. So now we will discuss some simple methods of separating substances that are used to remove the impurities or some unuseful substances from a useful substance. These are in some of the processes are also used in our daily life activities. So the first method of separation is hand picking. So there is an activity, which is activity 2. Bring a packet of food grain purchased from a shop to your classroom. So we have to, for this activity, we have to bring a packet of food grain purchased from a shop to a classroom. Now we need to spread the grains on a sheet of paper. You find that only one kind of grain on the sheet of paper. Do you find that there is one kind of only grain on the paper? There are also some pieces of stone, husk, broken grain and particles of any other grain in it. Now remove them with help of your hands. And this method of separation is called hand picking, in which we remove the dirt particles like husk and other dirt particles with help of our hands. So guys, today we will study till hand picking only, and from tomorrow, from day after tomorrow, we will start part 2 of this video. So for this time, I will likely end this video, but before ending, I request everyone to like and subscribe my channel, and please comment any name of the chapter which you want to which you want to listen from me. So bye bye.